And we're live. Where you at?
I'm a Dunkin' Donuts. Getting an oil change.
Dunkin' Donuts offers oil changes now?
No, I'm sitting in Dunkin' Donuts while waiting for my car to get an oil change. Yeah. Good morning, good morning, good morning, everyone.
Good morning, everybody.
I see we got somebody up in here. Oh, child.
Sounds like Ssip&Chat is going to be outside the house today.
Yes, we outside. We outside. Good morning, good morning. Hey, Rachel. What's up, Shanice Marie?
Good
Hey,
morning.
Joe. What's up, y'all? Come on in. Hit some share buttons for us. Hey, Kimberly. What's up? Now, y'all might hear a little bit of racket in our background. Hopefully, it's not too loud. We are both outside in these streets today. Okay?
Yes.
What's up, Mel? Good morning. Welcome to yet another episode of Sip and Chat.
Ssip&Chat.
How y'all feeling this morning?
It is a cold day in Georgia.
I don't even know what
Man,
to believe from you anymore, Steph. I just don't
look,
know.
there was frost everywhere. It is so cold this morning. Good morning, Mel. Good morning, Danielle. Good morning, Kimberly. Good morning. Let's talk about it. Do you hear a lot of wind noise, like car noise, y'all? Because your girl walked out of her house and completely forgot her AirPods. I'm actually, Kimberly, I'm actually headed to North Carolina right now. Uh, you over here now, Rachel? Good morning, Cupcake. Good morning, everybody. So, as y'all can see, today's topic is what advice would you give your 18-year-old self today?
Can y'all hear me?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Good morning. Hey, Bill Marie. Hey, Boo. You coming up on the panel today? You want to get active? Oh, I can't mute myself.
Oh, Don Marie's up. Yeah. You want to come up
It,
here?
it won't let me mute myself. Hold on, I'll be back.
All right. Don Marie, I'm going to drop the link for you.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
All right. It wasn't letting me mute myself. Let me see. All right. We cannot see any bumped messages. I gotta come out with like a little opening for when we start. Anytime you guys see a content creator or influencer or whoever, if they are using StreamYard, if you write a comment and it's missed and then you try to bump it, or if you respond under it, we do not see the original comment. We only see that you wrote bumped, like whatever you responded to the comment. If you write something and it was missed, you have to copy it and paste it and repost it as like a new message. Okay, guys?
Joe, we are going, it's called Murphy, North Carolina. We're going to the casino. Taking mama.
Not the casino.
Oh, hey, I see you.
Hey, y'all. Tracy said I should have said no to drugs.
Oof, yeah.
Let me see. Whenever you're ready, Steph, you can take it away.
So, for me, what I would tell my 18-year-old self today is be a little more patient with your sisters. Uh, be more understanding with my parents because they were, I didn't understand why they did the things that they did at times when it came to my sisters and stuff like that. And I was pretty mean. So I would definitely go back and tell myself to have a little more patience and a little more understanding and give my parents some grace because they were trying. Because I was not nice about it. Good morning, Niecy, baby.
Nikki, I speak to you every single day that you enter into this chat. So how dare you say nobody ever
Good
sees
morning,
your
Nikki. Good
comments?
morning, Ashley.
How dare you? Can you hear me?
Yeah,
Hello?
I can hear you.
Oh.
Probably your
No, I hear you
replays.
just fine,
Okay.
but we keep over talking each other. So that's why I
Okay.
asked what I asked. Hey Niecy baby. Hey Mary. She said, Steph said, hell's yeah, Steph. I know where that is. Good luck. I won 2,200 at the casino in NYE. On NYE. You know what's crazy? Sidebar. When I was younger, I used to be like, what is NYE? What does that stand for? I used to think it stood for something with New York. Ugh, don't judge me. And I did.
Okay, let me scroll up. Made it. Thank you for the applause. Ashley, so crazy. Let's talk about it. Said I'd live a little slower, enjoy the moments of those years. Yeah, I get that. So, where am I at? Oh, buy the house. Joseph said, buy the house now and not after COVID, and never take any addictive medications, no matter how much they were being pushed. Oof. Yeah. I would definitely tell myself I deserve better than what my first husband treated me like. Oh, yeah. Good morning, Miss Internet.
Hey Miss Antoinette. Hey love.
Good morning, Tracy. Good morning, Alyssa.
Thank you, Tracy. Hey, oh, hello, Alyssa. Um, I'm saying a bunch of platforms I go on, I have to write it like 4 or 5 times before someone sees it. I think I'm being whatever it's called. Not you. I know you do, but it's after 4 or 5 times. So what I want to say this too to some people, because sometimes I think y'all don't realize it, especially if you have never like joined a panel where you can actually see how the comments move. So for you, it looked like you wrote a comment and it's right there. It's obvious. Like, why don't you see me? But you have to throw into the factor that there may be, like right now, it's 42 people in here. So, and even with this, a lot of times when we try to keep up with the comments, because when we speak like this and I'm going on and on, by the time I go back to the comments, it's already 50 comments that have passed. So now I'm trying to play catch up. And when you times that by 5,000, say you go into a live and it's 150, 200, 300, 1,000, the comments are moving like bang, 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 bang. They are not moving in slow motion. We don't see it the same way y'all see it. So it's not that they don't, like they're purposely overlooking you, but if the comments are moving at 10 comments every second and my eyes only allow me to read one comment every 30 seconds, a lot of comments pass you by before you actually get to read a comment. So you got to take that into consideration. So sometimes you might have to write something 4 and 5 and 6 and 10 times before someone see you in the comment section. Unfortunately, I'm at done.
Can y'all still hear me? Because I
Yeah.
can't hear Summer. Summer went out. Okay. Tracy said, Grand Rising Raven. Tracy said, another thing is I wouldn't have got with my first boyfriend. Same. Same. Oh
I think a lot of people agree to that one.
no. Okay, okay, there it goes. Also, would spend more time with my grandparents and father since they were taken too soon for me. I didn't have a relationship, that kind of relationship. I would have had if like on my mom's side, if my nanny, my grandma wouldn't have died whenever I was just a baby. I think I would have had a great relationship with her. I know I would have. My dad's mama now, she's a little different. Hello, cool gamer. Good morning. What are you looking at? What was I looking at? Okay. Oh. Joe said, I'm not sure I would say anything. If not for my mistakes, I would not have accomplishments. Corny, I know, but I fully and wholeheartedly believe that. And that's true. A lot of people say I wouldn't change anything. It was something that I learned. Nikki said, okay, I know that it's not you or any other person's fault. You think you like being filtered, shadow banned or something, Nikki? Good morning, Ashley.
My bad. I had got a phone call about my car.
So today's the topic is what advice would you tell your 18-year-old self today? Oh no, where'd it go? Mel said, I would say everything my elders told me at that time. Don't worry about boys, stay in school, and get your career before anything. Yeah.
Not Rachel
Most of us
asking
definitely
where
don't
I'm
listen
at.
to
Sorry, Don't Marie.
Marie, what
that.
advice would you give? What advice would you give your 18-year-old self?
Oh, what was I doing?
Filtered.
I would. I would have probably have listened to my mother more. I would have said listen to my mother more and not have been experimenting so much, so to say.
I want to say so. I'm sitting here thinking like, what would I have done differently at the age of 18? Right? I think that I probably would not have moved out the moment that I was out of school. I think I don't even was I 18 yet? I think I was 18 or just barely turned 18, and I had moved out with my now current husband because, like I told y'all, um we were together a long time ago. Like he was my first everything, and I think I wouldn't have moved out too soon. I think I would have gave myself some time to kind of get used to what is now considered adulthood. Um, uh, But I also want to say this too. Like, I know that it's like, what would you have told your 18-year-old self? And I'm sitting here thinking, and I could think of at least like 3 or 4 different people when I was younger that life for them didn't even start at 18. For some people, life started in 14, 15, 16. Like, I know people that moved out the house and was on their own, had jobs and was paying bills, like at 15 years old, like on their own. I still don't, sorry about the background, you guys, they make an espresso. I still don't know how those people did it or who signed them up for these places they were living in or whether it was like a boyfriend or an older friend or something
Summer,
like
it's
that.
really
But
hard to hear you with your background.
okay, y'all can't hear me. I'm gonna go on mute. I'll come back.
Oh, crud. I think the comments. Okay, hold on. Internet said, I know you're considered an adult at 18, but me getting married and having 3 children by that time, I was 21. I was 21. Now that I look back, that was crazy. Love my kids with all my heart and soul, but really wish I would have waited. I didn't even know who I was. Yeah, yeah. Kimberly, I would have just waited a little longer before I got married. I'm still married to the same man, but I don't think we needed to rush into it. That's military life. Yeah. Let's see. Yeah, filter. Oh no. Jacqueline said, I would say love myself because you're beautiful inside and out.
Yeah.
Absolutely. You are beautiful, Jacqueline. Nikki, continue working and go to school for my RN. Yeah. You was married at 16, Jennifer? She said, "Oh my God, that's a hard one. I would completely change everything I did back when I was 18."
Ooh, married at 16. My goodness. That had to have been tough.
Tracy, another thing, I would have finished dental school and never worked in an in a in an RV industry for 23 years. You moved out on your own when you were 16. Every time I hear or read somebody say, somebody talks about how they moved out, they left home at 15, 16, 17 years old, I would have never survived.
I've been on my own since I was 13.
I would never survive.
Yeah, 13 years
Absolutely
old.
not. I'd be like, who's going to cook me my food?
It's not
Where's my
easy.
mama at?
It's not easy. It's definitely not
I would
easy.
never,
You definitely grow
I
up a
would not
whole different
survive.
way.
Ashley, looking back, I would have told myself to be cautious of people, prioritize self-care, work hard, invest wisely, and build my empire. Absolutely. I would have went to college. Ashley said I would have went to college right after high school instead of waiting until 30 with 3 kids. Well, but that's the thing. It's never too late to go back to school. I left at 14 and had my own apartment at 17. I wouldn't even know how to rent an apartment at 17 if I did that.
You
Good
just
morning,
figure it
Jamie.
out somehow. Married and had my first child at 17. How did you guys get married underage? Like how it's legal in some states or
You got to get permission. Like my sister, like my oldest sister that just passed, she she got pregnant and wanted to get married. She was determined, so my parents had to, sign for her.
oh
Yeah.
wow.
Sadie said, "Don't trust every pretty smile. My biggest deceptors had the nicest smiles, so I keep people at a distance." Yeah. Oh God, I forgot I was trying to show y'all my scenery. Why didn't y'all tell me my camera was pointing at my legs? Kimberly, it's my high school self that I want to talk to. She needs to know that life got better. High school was rough and it almost ended me. Oh goodness. That's another thing I would have done. I'd been like, especially in school days, I would go back and be more harder on my parents and be like, hey, I'm struggling. I need help with school. You know, give me some assistance here. Believe in yourself. Good morning, Dan. Married and had my first child at 17. Ooh, I would have been. Good morning, Jack Fat. Toya
Good
for president.
morning.
My sister was married at 16 and we'll be celebrating her 50th anniversary in July. That's awesome. My Aunt Sally and my Uncle Larry, I think they were only dating for a week. They got married and it was the most beautiful couple. Look, y'all, there's the Bigfoot Museum. Y'all ever been? The Bigfoot Museum. y'all want to y'all want to go see Bigfoot? Yeah.
I got
Jamie said,
pregnant at 17, married at 18 and had my second child at 19, then got divorced at 23. Wow. That's a lot in 6 years.
yeah. Jamie said, the one thing I would say to my 18-year-old self would be listen to your parents. They knew what they were talking about and were right about everything. My daddy thought he was right about everything, but as I got older, I realized he was full of poop.
Who's that?
Good morning, LaWanda. Good morning, Patty. Rachel, I'm going to Murphy, North Carolina. The casinos.
Stop it.
Hey, y'all, go to Summer's room and vote. No, go to Summer's room and vote Toya. Good morning, Tori.
Give me the game.
Look, up here, up in the mountains up here, you can. Never mind. I can't say that on Facebook. I was really bad when I didn't listen, but I also had a lot of hate because my mom was taken from me when I was 12, so I was out of control. That's terrible. Oh, it's in tonight. Hey, Jack, I enjoyed your live last night. You made me laugh, clutch my pearls all at the same time. Period. Jack, I'm sorry. Your views done throw me off. I can't support you no more. I gotta. No, I'm not cheating. I did read it. No, Jamie, you gotta go vote for Toya. No, my cousin obsessed with Bigfoot. She wants us to go into the woods to go look for him. You better find someone else to go with. It's so crazy how up here everybody's like got Bigfoot leaning up against their mailboxes. You got this whole museum. It stays packed. It's insane. Jack's live last night was awesome. Y'all really should go watch. When she is live, we have a great conversation. Yeah, go follow the Jack back. But look at all the mocals. What's the vote for? Jack and Toya running for Facebook president. Right, Mel? I want to hear a debate as well. I think that's exactly what we need. We need a debate. Absolutely. Cigar lounge. Yeah, I definitely want a debate. We're now in an area called Blue Ridge, Georgia.
The Jack fact and will remember, y'all. If you got a big back, vote for Jack. Oh my God.
If you got a big back, vote for Jack.
Who came up with that? Oh my goodness.
Kimberly said I'm writing in Jack's name on the real ballot in November. That's funny. Okay, let me turn this camera off. It's hurt my arm. That was a good idea for as long as I could. Can't believe I walked out and forgot my AirPods. Oh, hey, smile through the tears. Good morning. So, I completely forgot to ask what was for breakfast. I tried to eat all of the sausage and egg biscuit, but man, they put too much egg on them things. I am Jack Facts campaign manager. We will definitely be having a debate, and I encourage you all to tune in so you will see that Jack is the best candidate for president. Jamie. Oh my God. Long. Oh, it's. Who are you calling a loser? Jamie? got a big back. Vote for Jack. Does Toya have her little slogan yet? Yeah, I want to debate. That'll be great. Toya's truth. Jack started early today on her. Yes. Look, I was down for Jack in the beginning. Then she started saying all the things she was going to change and legalize, and I was like, can't do that.
Oh, I gotta hear this.
She's like, we all just gonna live off the land. What? So what else? What else would anybody else remember? The topic is, what would you tell? What advice would you give your 18-year-old self today? Oh, what? Why does the sun got to be on my side? It's right here. Look, it's coming down on me. No, it ain't
Is it
going.
cold where you are?
Yes. Well, it's 41 right now.
Mm.
But when we open the
Hello, can y'all hear me?
garage, yeah.
All right.
Oh, hey, Nay, you here? Hey, Night.
Hey,
I
Nay.
Hey, Neighboo.
advice to my younger self: don't take the birth control. It will lead to. Oh.
She said I did if you legalize correct stuff. Jack, Jack. I know this is off topic. I'm gonna use with you. That's gonna be a topic of discussion on Ssip&Chat. I just want to say I went back to go replay to go get specific parts of that live that we did. For those who don't know, we started a new page, a new panel. It's called the viewers panel, the real viewers panel, where you could come on live and you could come say what you need to say with your chest. There's no muting, there's no blocking, none of the sort. We give you a 3-minute timer. Nobody says nothing, and whatever you say, you can either ask for a response or you can ask for no response. You could come address someone, you could come get something off your chest. It's completely up to you. But I went back to go get a specific part of that live yesterday that included words from Jack and it was Jack, it was Shakia, it was another lady that joined. I don't know what her name was. She was from the audience, and it was Sweet Truth, and they were talking to. It started off with Brandy, then it went to Tati, and I want to tell y'all, I listened to that clip like 4 times today. If y'all go and listen to that clip, I'm trying to tell you, man, the message that they sent out, the words that they used, for me this morning, they weigh heavy. So if you need some encouragement, you need a reminder, you need somebody to shake you up real quick, go listen to that clip. So if Tati didn't say thank you to y'all, I'm going to say thank you to y'all because those words was needed. And that's going to be a topic of discussion. If y'all missed it, I highlighted it on my page. Go check it out. That's all I wanted to say.
Really, Shana?
Crack is black. Vote for Jack. I
No.
would say don't go to college until you're sure that's what you want to do. Lesson learned.
Okay.
My work has most of my attention this morning. Got some quotas, but I will keep jumping in. I just want to have fun. Where we at? Final advice to myself: always trust your intuition. It's never wrong. Yeah. Absolutely, Summer. That's what I told Jack last night on her live. They gave great advice and encouragement. Jacqueline, I'm voting Toya because Jack didn't include smallbacks.
Thank you, Nay.
You're getting on my nerves. Yeah, we got Don Marie up here.
Yes, I'm awake today.
Yes, girl, all backs can vote for the Jack fact. Never live with a man. Rhonda says never live with a man. I think I've been living with one for 16 years, and he still gets on my nerves. Amanda, another thing, regardless of how badly you want to help others, do not let those people move in with you. They will destroy your home and your self worth. Yep. Mm-hmm.
Yes, never let no one live with you. That's for sure.
Ugh, I bet you did, Amanda. I can only imagine that. Jack supports all backs. Gee, y'all, goodness. Jack's making sure her name's getting put out in this street. Good morning from Mobile, Alabama. Good morning, Pam. Never live with your siblings. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, definitely not siblings
Ooh.
or cousins.
Rhonda said I would have put myself first. Jack, everything I said to them, I wish someone would have said that to me from a place of love. I'm gonna have to go watch it. Amanda took a family of
Bless you.
seven. Took in a family of seven. They lost their home. Long story short, 55K of damage and a lot of other personal issues that arose that I can't discuss here, but never again. Holy crap, 55. Whew. It's one thing to help others, but never invite them into your private space to do so. That's what I always say. Ain't nobody coming up in here ruining my peace of my marriage. I love my marriage. Ain't nobody destroying no peace in my house. Let's see. Look, Jennifer out here telling just vote for Toya. You might bring them back. What? What you might bring back? I'm confused. You know, the truth, I was a single mother, but never again will I allow anyone into my home. Yeah. Yeah, that's something. Another advice. Pursue your passion and build a life around it instead of a controversial competitor. Yes. Kimberly, I may have told my 18-year-old self to go to a different college. I wish I would have played. Yeah, man, I love softball. Softball was my game. Ball was Oh no, I got connection issues.
Mm-mm.
Okay, can y'all hear me?
Yeah.
All right, so I'm probably going to start losing service a little bit. So
Okay.
Hold on, y'all. Hold on.
Alright, let me read some comments. Got distracted.
Okay. Goodbye. Have a good day, Miss Sierra. Have a great day. We're not
Mm-hmm.
here for none of this garbage.
Thank you.
All right, I'm trying to delete some comments.
Another
Got some
advice:
crap on
pursue
here.
your passion and build a life around it instead of a conventional career. Kimberly said, I may have told my 18-year-old self to go to a different college. I wish have I would have wish I would have played D1 softball. I'll be reading comments to other comments. Yeah, smile. That gets confusing. No, no wires. Um, where did I just? Jamie. Oh wait. Donna said, "Good morning. Good morning." Jamie said, "I wish I could go back to when I was 18, educate my naive, know-it-all self and narcissistic men. Cause baby, I ended up with 3 of them." Mandy, yeah, don't go to college for a useless degree. Oh wait, you read that already. Get out. Steph, Nate wants to know where you're going. I think they're going to the casino. All backs matter. Y'all are funny with this vote and stuff. No biting. Guys, puppies are a pain in the butt.
You up here by yourself?
I don't know, am I? I was.
What happened to where'd Steph go?
I didn't even notice she was down. I was reading some comments, but then I was trying to catch up
Not
to
Nay
them.
say yell Summer's name. Hey y'all, I'm sorry. Um, not being situated is a very big distraction. Um, oh,
Oh, I
Steph
didn't
said
see.
she lost service. Is there what did you guys have going on with your younger selves at 18 years old? What are some things that you guys were into that you now have messages that you would send yourself? I was kind of distracted. My apologies because I was out getting an oil change.
No
And these
more
people at the tire
down.
place just distracted me.
Sit down.
I'm sorry, Dawn Marie. That's what made me say what I said when I said about the age, because I heard you trying to like, what would you do? And I know, because Steph sometimes, I know she'd be like, when people say it, she said, I'd be like, what? Is no way. But for people that have a little bit of experience in the world,
Mm-hmm.
um, it don't start at 18. A lot of people start off having a fence for themselves and be doing things at super young ages. That's why when May tells her story and things like that, like I'm understanding. I remember we had a dialogue, I think it was on a convo, and it was like not a back and forth, we just had a different perspective. Sweets was there and she was like, they're still a kid, they're still a kid. And I'm like, I know at the age of 13, 14, 15, 16, you are technically still a kid, legal wise, but unfortunately a lot of people at those young ages become adults. They end up having to handle adult responsibilities.
Definitely.
And they I think something was said, I don't know if it was in the comments or whatever, where it was like, yeah, but it ain't on them. Well, honestly, sometimes it do be on that child,
Mm-hmm.
unfortunately, and I'm just going to say that. Like, yes, they a child. Yes, in a perfect world, and a parent should be able to lead your child, but sometimes your kids don't listen and they want to do what they want to do. And unfortunately, in this world, a lot of times, a lot of the laws and stuff that are in place are not in support of parents. They are in support of the children. They are
Yeah.
support of the children. So you can't rate, you can't do certain things. You prevent it from doing this. If you call for help, they looking at you like, what you want me to do? You the parent. I just watched the video where this lady was so in distress about what to do with her child that she called the cops. And the cops threatened to arrest the mom because they like, why do you keep calling us? Well, obviously she don't know what to do from this point. She doesn't want to put her hands on the child because she doesn't want to go to jail. Talking to her child didn't work. She said trying
Mm-hmm.
different punishments didn't work. So I was like, what do you do? Well, look into other services. Well, sometimes those services cost money, and unfortunately everybody don't have a six-figure job. Everybody can't afford those services.
Yeah.
Everybody can't afford to just choose to live in a better place or location. And this is not boo-hoo me, but when you trying everything that you possibly can and you still not, getting the results that you need or you want for your child, for your life, then what do you do? So it's not always the parent, unfortunately. I'm sorry. And I know you're like, blame the parent, put it on the parent. Nah. Sometimes these kids just don't listen. And you
Yeah,
feel
definitely.
restricted. You feel bound. You feel, bound
It's
by
like, what
what you
else
can
do
and you
you
can't do.
do? You get to a
Mm-hmm.
point where you're like, what else do I do? Like, what else do you do? Like, you've done
Mm-hmm.
everything and it's still not working. So, what else do you do?
I was a freshman in college at 18 because high school was so bad for me. I went to college looking for a fresh start. I played on the softball team, and that kept me disciplined. Mm-hmm.
Sports, a lot of times, do.
Say it again.
Sports, I notice a lot of kids that play sports and stick to that, they seem to do pretty well.
Yeah, sometimes not. I just told a story about a kid. He had a bright future. If he'd have stuck to it, he had a really bright future in football. He was getting looked at. He was getting recognized, and things. But unfortunately, his family didn't come from a place where they had a bunch of money, and so he wanted money. And the streets got to him, and he started to, sell things he shouldn't have been selling, which ultimately resulted in his death.
Oh wow.
Honestly, he ended up getting shot by the police because he ended up using um, the same drugs that he was selling. He ended up using them, which hindered his mental health, which had him doing stuff that he couldn't control because he did, like, he was going through what he was going through. And
Yeah.
the cops didn't know that, and they felt like their life was threatened, and his life was taken. You know what I'm
Oh,
saying?
that's
So
heartbreaking.
yeah, so it's like, that's why I said what I said, though, to go back to, like, some people start off adulthood at a very young age, way before what the law or people in life consider adults. It be people out here, you know 14, 15, 16. I had one girl, she's my sister from another mister, and she my light I call her my light skin friend because she's white or whatever. But she's the same one who I say, if y'all was to talk to her, y'all would not know she was white. By you know how we, like, for whatever reason, white people sound a certain way, black people sound a certain way. So if you
Yeah.
talk to her, you would think she a sister. And then
Yeah.
when you meet her, which oftentimes they do, even like for jobs and stuff that she's been hired for, she walk into the building for like her interview in person, and they're like, who?
They're
You who?
expecting someone.
Yeah, they expecting something different, and they shocked every time. But she was like that. She came up in a home. She wanted to do her. She didn't like the way things was going at home. Her parents were bound to whatever they were bound to, and she ended up ultimately leaving home at like 16, coming into the city. She wanted to be, I guess, for whatever reason, that's what she wanted to do. She lived in the county, and she had her own place by the age of 17. She had been working, providing for herself since 16, maybe 15, because I think I met her when she was 16. So it might have been 15. She was providing for herself, and now she has I told her she might as well go and finish the last couple of years and be a doctor. But she's a nurse practitioner now. She runs multiple businesses, like she do her thing. But and now and she's teaching her children. She's super smart. Her kids are super smart. And she's raising her kids, I guess the way she would have maybe, what she would have wanted or how she would have wanted or whatnot. Her kids are amazing though. All of them thus far are enrolled in college. The two older ones, she has two more that are coming in that are in high school soon will graduate, and they all are like amazing. But sometimes it's not the parent. Sometimes it is absolutely the child. You know what I'm saying? It's sometimes it's the child. So
Yeah.
everybody not like what would I do different at 18. Sometimes it's what would I do different at 13, what would I have done different at 14, 15, 16, like.
Yeah, definitely.
So yeah. Hey Tangy. I think about the one who I just said like he passed away. I'll be like dang, because it's sad, man. It's sad. He had such a bright future, and the streets get to you, especially when you grow up in a certain area. Like, it's easy to fall into those traps. That's why I be thanking God all the time. Like, um, because I lived in North Philly. Although some people going around think I was born and raised and been selling for whatever reason, I grew up in Philadelphia in Badlands, one of the worst parts of Philadelphia. You know, um, and I'm fortunate that I didn't fall into selling drugs or on drugs. I'm very fortunate and thankful. I'm thankful that my son, who had all types of stuff stacked against him, didn't fall into selling drugs or doing drugs and get into certain trouble and stuff like that in his age, or just to gun violence and or things like that. So I was sitting here trying to think, what would I tell my younger self? I definitely think that I would not have moved out when I moved out. I probably wouldn't have gotten into a relationship as earlier as I did. And I don't regret any of my children. I love my kids, but I definitely wouldn't have had kids as early. I wouldn't have had a child as early as I did. I think I was 19 or 20 when I had my son. I would have waited. I would have waited. I absolutely would have chose to wait. Um, but outside of that, as far as my upbringing and stuff, I don't think that I was a bad kid. I don't think well, shoot, that would mean not messing with my now husband back then. Probably listening to but I don't think he was a bad dude or nothing like that. We were kids, like I was having fun, but it's not like he deterred me from finishing school or doing drugs or nothing like that. But when he met me, I
Yeah.
definitely still was a kid. Like I was still playing with baby dolls, not in like a way like oh Barbie and Ken, but like I had baby dolls and I would like do their hair and stuff like that. Um, and I was very much so still like just outside having fun, like just fun. Boys wasn't a thought, you know what I'm saying? So, um, yeah, I probably would have just continued maybe to mind my business a little bit more at 18, meaning like didn't rush into like a deep relationship as quickly as I did. Not quickly, but because we started at I think I was 15, and so we was together for 3 years before I turned 18. You know what I'm saying? So I probably wouldn't have rushed that. I probably would have slow walked it a little bit more, not became so anxious to be serious and live together and all that stuff. But other than that, I don't really have like a traumatic childhood or I didn't really get into stuff like experimenting and all that stuff. I definitely have smoked weed before, um once, maybe twice, but it wasn't for me. I didn't like how I feel. I was one of those people, I tried something and I ain't like it, I didn't do it again. It didn't just become a habit and I never got into anything else. I saw what it did to people around me and I ain't want no parts of it. um I was a very, what I want to say, I think I was very aware of my surroundings and what went on. So I wasn't smoking after people because I know even that some people don't choose to fall into like addiction and stuff. Sometimes they get caught up. Like my I have a family member who she thought she was just smoking weed and the person laced it with I think angel dust or something like that.
Yeah.
And
See,
she been
people.
messed up ever since.
Yeah.
She been messed up ever since because she thought she was smoking weed with people she knew and she could trust, and her life is ruined. Like her life is different for the remainder of her life is different. And I watched her go through struggles and trials and tribulations just to get to where she is now. And also been around genuinely good girls, good women, dressed up, and able to show love, and then unexpectedly turned into a muscle for Ssip&Chat.
Wait, I can't hear. Oh, I thought I was hoping it wasn't just me, dude. Summer, where'd you go? Dang. We definitely did. She'll probably come back. She probably lost service. Oh, I hope her phone didn't die. Um, I actually knew a kid just like she was talking about. Thankfully, uh, he hasn't passed away, but he definitely could have went far with his football career, but he chose to follow his brother, and they ended up, dealing drugs and eventually got caught. And since he was underage, he got lucky. He did a little bit of DYS, then got out on a couple years probation. But his brother, who had just turned 18, is now locked up for a few years, which is heartbreaking. He is like a son to me, so it's sad. But I don't ever want to see them end up unalived because that's sad. It's heartbreaking.
Hello, can
Yes.
you hear me? Okay. Sorry, y'all. My husband called. Oh, my husband called. My bad. Yeah. What was you saying, Dawn Marie?
Oh, I was saying that you know how the story you told about the kid that could have,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. So I, I know a kid around here, and him and his brother, one of the younger one, he's only younger, but like a year or something, or maybe 2 years. Um, he was playing football and doing really well. He's a really well playing football, and he ended up following to his brother's footsteps with dealing drugs, and they were doing it in a very small town, all white people, so they were not about that. And they ended up getting caught, and think you know the one that played football, he got lucky because he was underage, so he got a little time in DYS and then a couple years on probation, but the other one is in jail for.
Is she breaking up for y'all? Or is that me? Dawn Marie?
You could. I was breaking up.
Yeah, but I don't know if that's me or you because I'm outside. I didn't hear a nice chunk of it. She said it's me. Okay, they heard you. They said it's me.
Oh.
Excuse me. Shit.
But the older
Mm,
brother ended up in jail um for a few years.
mm.
You took
Life
my
be
apple?
life be life in me, and I know a lot of people be like, "Oh, you should have did this and you should have did that." Unfortunately, like when you talk, oh, I want because I know some people. Ooh, I'm gonna see if I can come on here and get them to tell a story. Like, what made you go into doing what you did? Like, what made you choose the streets? A lot of times, it don't be like some people do. Just they see it and they want it. I know people that was like, bruh, for what? You had a family, like you already had the latest. They already was, doing you a solid. What did you need the streets for? It was just they wanted that, what come along with the streets you considered tough, big and bad, like, it's
The
like the it
excitement
thing.
too.
Yeah, it's like the it thing, like, yeah, like
Yep.
what's up? And like if you don't just sit down. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like just sit down. Like I was listening to I went to go do some research when Steph picked this topic, and I was reading articles trying to come up with like my detailed caption for it. And I started to read this article and I just swiped off of it. Like if this person don't get out of my face, it just pissed me off. Because this person was like, what would I tell my younger self from 18? What would I do different? And it started off like when I was 18, I traveled the world for a few years and I RV'd through the UK and da 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 da. And then I decided to get a job and go to work and pay bills. And then I found myself struggling to uphold my bills. I just was like, I wanted to say, man, what? You traveled the world for a few years. So you sound like a spoiled brat, somebody that was catered to. You had a silver spoon or something close to it that gave you the ability to travel the world, and you abused that. You didn't use it properly, and now you want to talk about what you would have told yourself differently at 18.
Right.
And yeah, for them it's different because I probably wouldn't have burned through that money and traveled the world and effed off. But it just pisses me off when I read stuff like that because I'm like, it be people going through real life stuff.
Yeah.
It be people going through real life stuff. Not to take it away from that person because that's that person's story, right? They grew up in a different tax bracket, clearly, right? But it just be like, really? It just pissed me off. Like if you don't get out of here with your vlog about your had too much money, didn't know what to do with itself.
Right. Acting like it's so hard. Like, you serious?
Like, bruh, you probably could call your mom and dad right now instead of eating ramen noodles. Like, you eating it right now because you think it's like the struggle. I don't like stuff like that because people play on it. I'm just going to choose not to go to my family for help. I'm just going to go through this struggle because I need to know what it's like. When you're really not struggling, you're pretending because you know you got that safety net. That's not
Right.
struggle.
Yeah.
That's
But
not struggle. That's you choosing to just be weird. I'm sorry.
yeah.
I'm sorry. It's like if you was my friend, I would shake you out of it. Like, are you tripping right now? Oh, y'all, it pissed me off so bad when I clicked on that article and I'm thinking I'm about to get like some. And they said they started it off with, I traveled the world for not a few weeks, a few years. You know how much money it costs to travel the world?
Right. It's expensive.
Like, what? And I built my own bed in my I forget what they named, but this whatever the vehicle was, it's expensive. It's not even cheap. Like, you chose to do this. It's not like you were forced to making a bed. Y'all think this is fun. Like, if y'all ever see those vloggers on YouTube and they be like they traveling the world in their car and they build one side into a bed, like that's a choice. That's something they
Yeah.
wanted to experience. It actually looked fun. You could be carefree and don't got no kids, and you could do you. Do you? And you could sleep in places that you feel safe. Do it. But that's
Yeah.
not struggling. That was a choice. Like, those are choices
Yeah.
to
That's
live.
still not. Oh my god.
Right. And I'm just starting to travel. Like, I mean, I've been places throughout my years. Um, but there's so many other places that I want to go. Like, I definitely want to go overseas. I would love to go to Africa. I want to go to the safari in Africa, although I'm scared
Yeah.
because a lion might get me. But I would love to go to the safari in Kenya. I think it's in Kenya. And things like that. I would love to visit Egypt to go see the pyramids. I'm like attracted to like the wonders of the world. Like, how the hell they built these big ass pyramids back then? You know what I'm saying? And then realizing they use pulleys and levees. Like, bro, what? Y'all was using ropes to lift these big behind bricks up? How many
Right.
minutes took to pull the
For
daggone cord?
real.
Huh? Yeah,
It's some
so stuff like
amazing
that
stuff.
amazes me.
Yeah.
But for when it just pissed me off, man. It pissed me off. I want to apologize to y'all. We're gonna get into our affirmations right now. Y'all ready? And then I'm gonna apologize to y'all because today was a mess. I know I have a term and there are things I want to do before I leave here, play some things I want to do. I have a bucket list. Well, get to it, Rachel. I want you to stop dwelling on that. I want you to stop dwelling on what you can't change, Rachel. Because it makes me sad.
It's
It
never too
makes me
late.
sad.
Do it while you can. It's never too late.
Like, I know that, for me to say it makes it say it's like, damn, well, I'm living with it. But and I know sometimes I could be very blunt. Sometimes I could be very like straightforward. So I try to be mindful of that sometimes because it could come off like rude or dismissive. But own your ish. You know what I'm saying? Like, when you can't change it, what they say, if life give you lemons, make lemonade with that ish. Don't let it define who you are. Do you? But we're gonna get into our affirmations. I just gave y'all a few affirmations off the top just now. Bang. If you can stand in front of a mirror, please do so. If you can't, find a place where you can sit comfortably. Close your eyes and focus on your breathing. If you are driving, please don't close your eyes. Use your ears, just listen. But safety is always first. She said that's what I do. Not when you all right, Rachel. Mm-mm. So we're gonna do our breathing techniques. We're gonna inhale through our nose deeply and exhale slowly. We're gonna do that 3 times. And we're gonna go. You ready? Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. One more time. Inhale. Exhale. I want you to repeat after me, and I don't want you to just move your lips. I want you to believe it. Take these words in and hold on to it. You do not have to accept anything. If you want different, you must do different. Let me rephrase that. I want different, so I must do different. I must do the work to see the change that I want. I am not afraid. I love me. I deserve better. I am kind. I am worthy. And baby, I'm the prize. So if you lost me, that's on you, boo boo. And that's what I'm going to leave you guys with today. I hope you guys enjoy Ssip&Chat because we enjoyed you. I do want to apologize because there was a lot of distractions going on this morning. I promise to do better in the future. We hope to see you guys tomorrow morning. We are here each and every Monday through Friday, 10:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. You guys enjoy the rest of your day. Make sure you watch my videos. Talk to y'all later, and we out. Bye, y'all. Love y'all.